Hello and welcome to another episode of Death by Bunjie. I'm going to show you how we turn this bag of used broadheads into brand new hackers. I haven't done a video from this workbench because it was all messed up. It was all dirty. I had stuff piled all over the place. Just, hadn't really gotten a chance to sit down and organize it the way it needs to be. Going into Crossbow Appreciation Month, that should have been done a long time ago. But I've been really busy with another project, trying to figure out how to get a crossbow to shoot and the scope to work. This episode, I'd like to say, is dedicated to Burris. Thank you, Burris. I am a little bit frustrated with that whole scope, so hopefully you get a chance to see that other video. All right, but one product that I am very, and I do love that scope. I want it to work, right? Now, I do love the hackers, right? They make various ones. They make them for the vertical bow guys, too. But they also make a crossbow version, number 251. You can see it right there. I love the 251 because it's a 150 grainer, and it's a 3-inch cut. Look right here. 3-inch cut. 3-inch cut. What more do you want, right? The decision is already made. Go buy these. These open in a watermelon. Now, that was from an older, slower crossbow. I know you guys are saying, well, what about in a faster, more modern crossbow, Rich? Like, the ones that everybody else uses, right? It opens in those two, I'm hoping. We're going to find out. I have a video coming on that very soon. But what I want to do here is a video showing you how we replace the blades in these dudes. And here's a paper towel. I bet there's one in here. We'll just use that one. Oh, these are bad. First thing we got to do is go clean those up. Get yourself some hardwood toothpicks and soak those broadheads, those ferrules, right in a really hot cup of water and stir in some dishwashing liquid. Get it nice and sudsy, nice and hot, and then put the broadheads in there and let them soak. A lot easier to clean out. Clean them right out with one of these toothpicks. It's a pretty good sign if you can get them where the blades move. That means that the ferrule's not bent. If this gets bent one way or another, then what's going to happen, these blades will get pinched in there and they won't work. And you can't put in new blades if the old blades are pinched and bent and everything else. Start with this dude. Open that up. I'm going to use all of these today, so there's no reason to keep this package happy. I'm going to use all of its contents before we are done. And boom, here we go. We'll carefully get those out of there. You want to be careful with them because, again, those have the blades on them. We don't want those getting hurt. These little guys I'm going to set off to the side. You want to make sure your hands are clean, not oily, nothing like that. It wouldn't hurt to wash your hands before you do all this stuff. Don't lose your wrench. You look at these holes when you got the smaller one and the bigger one. The bigger one is the one that you're looking for. Clean that one out. That's the one the screws got to come out of. There we go. Got it cleaned out. It's turning. Each replacement package comes with its own wrench. We take that out of there. You see what it's doing? It's taking that little screw out of there, and don't lose that screw. We're going to want that screw. It does not come with a new one. So we're going to get that out of there. And that's pretty rusty, pretty nasty, but it'll work for our purposes. We're going to take these blades out. I save pill bottles, right? Because you can put blades and use broadheads and all that good stuff right in the pill bottle, and you never have to worry about that in the garbage. We'll just seal it up like that, put it over there. For the next round, we'll go in there too. But now's your chance. With this done, now is our chance. Clean out the inside of that as well. Up out of there. We do not want anything to interfere with the deployment of these blades. And I can tell you, all 5 of the deer that I shot last year, all 5 of them were shot with used hacker broadheads. Can you believe that? Now, what we're going to do, we're simply going to put that in there like this, right? No, we're not going to do that. Of course we are. We're going to put it in all the way through, however. And the only thing you got to do now is be able to get that screw in there without losing it, right? And it's a bigger deal than I make it sound. This side is the side it's going in. And once you get this little wrench started on there, there it goes. And now that probably holds them in place where they're not coming out of there. There you go. Just wiggle them around. Nice thing about these, the sharp part's inside the ferrule now, so I really don't have to worry about it as long as I don't cut my fingers on that. And then we'll just spin that right down. And once we get that in there, boy, that is such delicate little machinery here. It's going in though, it's turning. That wrench doesn't want to stay in here, but it is definitely turning the screw. So that's good news. And we'll bottom it right out and put it tight, and kaboom. Look at that. I just replaced the blades and it flops right open just like you like. Will the other one flop open? It will. Flopping open is actually a good thing. Take one of these little dudes, and for my crossbows, I don't need two of these. Some people like to put two of them on there for those fast crossbows. I do not. This goes on there pretty tight. And again, you want clean fingers for this, right? Be checking these bands. Make sure they don't look like they're withering away, like they are somehow getting worn out due to residue or dirt or rubbing against stuff. But if those blades flop open like they did, right, that means they're going to deploy just fine. You don't have to worry about a thing. Don't have to worry about a thing. Put that little band on here and you have yourself a perfect refurbished Swahacker broadhead. And it is a better job of refurbishing than Burris could ever dream of doing. All right, well, I'm pretty proud of myself, huh? Got a perfectly new Swahacker broadhead. You'd be hard pressed to tell this guy from one out of the box, from one of the ones in the box, right? Just look at the chisel tip, make sure that still looks good. You can always take an emery board or a file and just clean it up if you want to, but I'm not even going to do anything with this one. This one looks fine. Actually cleaned up real nice. They're pretty durable. If you get one where the ferrule's bent and the blades won't go in and out and you just can't do it, maybe skip that one. Just throw that one away. You don't have to keep all of them, right? We do have a bottle for the used ones. And I'd like to thank Burris for, well, nothing. But Burris is going to take a beating on Death by Bunjie for the foreseeable future. I love you, Burris. I do. You inspired me to step up to a newer scope. You have honestly been able to put in a scope what I envisioned years ago a scope should be. I'm still going to give you a good jab now and then. I'm still going to give you a good jab to keep you honest. Now all I got to do is make all the rest of these look like that. We shall see. Go clean them up and see what we got. Until next time, all hail the Swahacker, and all hail Bunjie. And Burris too.